I know that in this room, and for those listening from afar, there are souls exhausted from trying to be strong. There are unspoken cries. There are why questions, where the answer seems to be the silence of heaven. Perhaps you've been grappling with deep-seated fears, facing adversaries that feel overwhelming, or feeling a profound sense of lack and vulnerability. It's easy to feel utterly alone in these moments, convinced that no one truly understands the silent battles you're fighting or the needs of your weary heart. But I want us to discover a liberating truth together. God doesn't demand a happy song when our hearts are broken. He hands us a hymn book, and within it are the very notes of lament. He offers a safe space for your raw, unedited emotions, even those tinged with fear, uncertainty, or deep need. We won't shy away from these difficult feelings. Instead, we'll learn to transform our very sighs into a prayer, a genuine melody before the Lord. My heart goes out to all who are silently hurting. You are not forgotten, and your pain is acknowledged. Now, having acknowledged the initial dissonant notes of our pain, let's explore how the Psalms, specifically Psalm 27, illuminate our path and offer deliverance amidst fears and enemies. Have you ever felt surrounded by darkness, needing a light to guide your way? Psalm 27 is a powerful declaration of courage and confidence in God. Even when facing overwhelming opposition or feelings of abandonment, it beautifully portrays the psalmist's unwavering hope in God's saving presence, a steadfast beacon that banishes fear and provides refuge in times of trouble. It's a call to seek God's face and dwell in His house, finding joy and security in His presence, regardless of the chaos outside. Unchanging promise. Psalm 27 verse 1, NIV. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? This verse is a bold and powerful affirmation that God Himself is our source of light, salvation, and strength, completely removing the basis for fear. Story of overcoming. Consider individuals who have navigated intense periods of uncertainty, like those facing a life-threatening illness or public scrutiny. Many found incredible courage and resolve by reciting or meditating on Psalm 27, drawing strength from the conviction that the Lord was their light and stronghold, enabling them to stand firm when all else seemed to waver. Step of faith. This week, when confronted by fear or anxiety, pause and declare Psalm 27 verse 1 aloud, allowing its truth to displace your fear and fill you with courage. As we transition from finding light and strength in Psalm 27 to the tender and intimate care of God, let's turn to Psalm 23, which reveals God as our provider, guide, and restorer in every circumstance. If Psalm 27 boldly declares God as our light in battles, Psalm 23 assures us of His constant, personal care in the quieter, more intimate moments of life. Have you ever yearned for a quiet place of rest, or felt the need for someone to lead you through confusing paths and provide for every need? This psalm depicts God as a gentle yet powerful shepherd who cares for every need of His sheep. It assures us of His constant provision, His comforting presence even in the darkest valleys, and His ultimate promise of goodness and mercy, reminding us that we lack nothing when He is our shepherd. Unchanging promise. Psalm 23 verse 1 NIV. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. This verse is a powerful declaration of complete contentment and trust in God's provision. It establishes a fundamental truth. If God is our shepherd, all our true needs are met, and we are guided toward well-being. Story of overcoming. Consider King David, who, as a shepherd boy himself, I understood the deep care a shepherd has for his flock. Despite facing lions, bears, and later, the perils of kingship, David penned this psalm from a place of profound trust, knowing God was always his ultimate provider and protector, even in moments of great danger. Step of faith this week. When you feel a sense of lack or a pressing need, pause and quietly declare, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," allowing his promise to settle your anxious heart and remind you of his abundant provision. Having explored both the unwavering confidence in God's light and salvation in Psalm 27 and the intimate provision of the shepherd in Psalm 23, we now transition from the initial notes of fear and uncertainty to a powerful crescendo of steadfast trust and joyful assurance. The journey through these psalms isn't about ignoring our needs or pretending dangers don't exist. Instead, it's about channeling those realities into a profound dialogue with our Creator, allowing His truth and His proven faithfulness to retune our hearts. It's realizing that because God is both our victorious light and our caring shepherd, we can live with peace and courage, anticipating His continued goodness and celebrating His unfailing presence in our lives. Perhaps you've begun to feel a subtle shift in your spirit, a growing whisper of courage where there was once only apprehension. Unchanging promise. Psalm 27, verse 13 to 14, NIV. I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord. This promise calls for patient endurance and unwavering hope, assuring us that we will indeed experience God's goodness in our lifetime if we wait on Him. This pairs beautifully with the shepherd's guiding hand, ensuring our safe arrival. Story of overcoming. Consider individuals who have endured long and arduous seasons of waiting, such as battling a chronic illness or waiting for a major life change. Their stories often highlight a difficult period, but their steadfast faith, much like the psalmists, allowed them to ultimately see the goodness of the Lord, even amidst their prolonged struggle, experiencing small victories and enduring peace. Step of faith today. If you're in a season of waiting or facing a long-term challenge, deliberately choose to wait for the Lord. Take heart and affirm that you will see His goodness in your life. Trusting His shepherding hand, we have journeyed together through the initial dissonant notes of pain and uncertainty, found light and courage in Psalm 27, experienced comfort and provision in Psalm 23, and moved towards a steadfast declaration of trust and joyful assurance. This journey through the Psalms is a testament to God's willingness to meet us exactly where we are, transforming our fragmented melodies into a powerful symphony of healing and hope. You have recognized the Lord as your unfailing light. Embrace the Lord as your ever-present shepherd, and found a pathway to renewed strength and courageous purpose. Declaration of hope. No matter what the melody of my life may be, I still believe you are the conductor. Even if I cannot see the light, I still believe you are my song. Lord, you are my strength, and you are my psalm. I invite you to come to the Lord, allowing Him to re-harmonize your soul and grant you His profound peace. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. May you find renewed strength, abiding peace, and a fresh song of hope that rises above every circumstance, knowing that the Lord is your shepherd, and He is your light and salvation.